Gemini, the person on your mind this week, how do they feel? What are their intentions? What are their actions? This will not resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave the rest, switch the roles if you have to. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't force it. If it gets too confusing, if it makes no sense, it's not your reading. It is a collective Gemini reading. For personal readings, my link is in my bio. Okay, feelings, the lovers, Gemini, we're starting with your energy. The lovers wants to come out. We have the cup, the 4 cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. So this person does feel a strong connection. Sorry, guys. This person does feel a strong connection towards you. They want to invest into this. But there's something a bit shady here. It's almost like on the one hand, they see your worth, they see your value, but on the other hand, like they're not interested. They're being kind of weird. Why the 4 of Cups? Why is this 4 of Cups here? The King of Pentacles. They may be very focused on their money. I'm also seeing like an older person. Some of you could be dealing with someone that's a lot older than you, but that's not for everyone. That's just very specific. Why the 7 of Swords? The 4 of Pentacles. This is already confusing me. Typical Gemini reading. So it's like they want to give to this, but they may not be able to. They could be limited in some way. Gemini, I'm also getting you may be dealing with someone who feels like you are taking advantage of them and they don't want to. Like, if you were to ask this person, oh, can I borrow some money or can I borrow this? They don't really want to give you that. They may not really be trusting you. This is someone, Gemini, who either wants you to become financially stable, get a job, because they may, let me see, tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. It almost feels like, Gemini, your person is very attracted to you. They're very drawn to you. They do feel a connection, but having chemistry, having passion, that's not what's gonna make a relationship work in the long run. They're either wanting some more stability from you, or they're seeing you as somebody who, especially if they've been in this with you for a while, they're seeing you as someone who could be trying to take advantage of them, because maybe you know that they really do either love you or care about you, but at the same time they're definitely limiting that, um or they're wanting to, or they're starting to. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about them? The Page of Cups. So you definitely have feelings, and I don't know why, Gemini, I'm getting some of you like you're asking the person, oh, do you love me, do you really care about me? Like, you're making them kind of show you, but with maybe material things, like making them prove their love or their want towards you, but in a way that feels a bit unethical. How do they view you? 8 of Cups, they view you as someone who's walking away or is leaving them behind, or it. And the 10 of Cups, they view you as someone who's walking away towards something that is more fulfilling to you. How do you view them? You view them as someone who is in and out, someone you can't really rely or depend on, who could be kind of moody. What is the conflict here? The World and the 9 of Cups, achieving something, having some type of success. Someone here is very stubborn. They don't change their mind. They're very selfish. Someone doesn't stay put. It's almost like something doesn't go their way and they're like, okay, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done. Goodbye. Adios. I feel like this could be the Gemini. 3 of Swords, third party energy. And someone moves on to the next best thing. But it could even be like a repetitive cycle because the one who's moving on and being stubborn, it's like they're never really happy. They're really never satisfied. They really only think of themselves, their wants and their needs, and they always, it's like they keep stepping on the same rock. This is also someone, it could be the Gemini, just take it as it resonates. This is also someone who keeps blaming everyone, but they don't, everyone but themselves. What does Gemini's person ultimately want from the Gemini? What is Gemini's? The Tower? You know, the Tower is something completely. All right, I'm just gonna look. Let's just look at it. All right, the Tower. It's almost like a complete change, a complete 180. They need them. Gemini, your person wants you to completely change, to completely become a different person. Because the Tower is like something completely falls apart. This person, they want you to have some type of awareness or make you see, like, and it's intense because with that Tower, it's like something happens suddenly, something happens out of the blue. They want you to have a wake up call to make you realize what you're doing wrong or what how your behavior has contributed to certain outcomes, or there's consequences to your actions. I don't know what I'm picking up on. They also want you to fend for yourself, to become more independent or more financially stable, to be, to even love yourself more, because the Nine of Pentacles, like, they don't really need anybody but themselves to fulfill them. I mean, it's like you have a glass, you have a full cup. You don't need someone to pour into your cup because yours is already full. So if they're pouring into your cup, it's just because they're contributing to your life in a certain way, but it feels like your cup is kind of empty. That's why they're wanting you to become this person or do this. Six of Wands, they want you to have, they, this is someone who does see you as having success, and maybe, but they could have success with you, but there's such a restrictive mindset. There's such a, you know, it's my way or the highway, and it's really hard to break down that. It's really hard to do work with this energy. All right, let me ask, I forget if I asked the outcome, but let's ask, and I don't think I've asked it, but what is the outcome this week between Gemini and their person? The Two of Pentacles. It feels very confusing. It feels like someone could be juggling the other. It doesn't feel certain. It feels like there's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons. It's like laying everything out on the table, but not really being sure of something. So, as an outcome, it's like uncertainty. Uncertain if there could be growth here. Uncertain if, you know, the Empress is all about, it's very beautiful energy. It's even, you know, it's about the mother, it's having babies, it's being pregnant. I'm also getting someone could be unsure if they want kids with somebody or if they want kids at all. Someone is hesitant about having children with the other. Also, on the other hand, this could also represent twins. Someone could have twins. There could be twins. Maybe you're a twin. There is, interesting because we are talking about Gemini, right? But this, someone may be pregnant with twins. All right, this is like a lot. Let's get a little more. What? Okay. Photo proof, getting evidence. Someone may be a photographer here. Something about the beach. Okay, before this was love triangle, third party energy. Someone may have caught the other while they were mingling with someone else, third party, or they got some type of proof, caught a case. You know, this could be if someone is dealing with a lot of people, there could be some type of STDs or something going on. Happiness hater, again, more energy of third party. This could also be if you are in a relationship with this person, you guys are in some type of connection for a while. Someone is just not happy and they're looking at everyone's life, everyone's connections, what everyone else is doing, and it's building resentment. They're comparing themselves to others. Um, it could even go back to certain choices. Maybe you want something, the other person doesn't want it, and there's conflict there. And that's why someone in this connection, it could be Gemini, your person, is like viewing everything else and asking themselves, why am I not going through that? Why can't I have that too? And you can't because you're with someone who it's like talking to the wall. You can't really talk to the wall. But anyways, let's ask what your person Again, that's not for everyone. This is just, just take it as it resonates. What would your person say to you? I wish I had treated you better. All right. That is what I am getting, Gemini. Have a great week.